right, this is the last segment, and again, I'm so thankful that you guys are willing to work alongside me this year at Awana and making a difference and pouring into our kids' lives here at Old North. I want volunteering to be as easy for you as possible, and I want it to be as enjoyable for you as possible. So if for some reason I have you plugged into an area where after the first couple of nights you say, man, I just don't think I can do this all year, please feel free to come see me and we can plug you into a different area. If you have any questions or whatever, feel free to come to me. I want to be very approachable, and sometimes, you know, at the end of the night it's crazy, so I would ask that you not hand me anything personally in my hands, because I never know where I'm going to lay it at the end of the night. So, you know, if you have something that you want to give me, I would say lay it on, usually there's a table out in the hallway, a little white table. Lay it on that so that I can gather it up at the end of the night, and then I know where everything is that I need to look at. I would love for you guys to consider doing some more training online, and the Awana website has a lot of great training tools, and this is some information that you are going to need to know. If you go on to www.awana.org and you pull up the Awana website, as you're looking at the screen in the left-hand corner, it says ART, A-R-T, and that stands for Awana Resources and Training. And you can make up your own, you would create your own username and password. And the information that you need to know from me is what our registration number is for Awana. So I'm going to give that to you now. It is U as in uncle, S as in Sam, 005684, and you punch that in, and then it will send an email to your email account, and then it will give you a temporary password, and then you can log in. And on that website there is a whole bunch of different stuff that you have access to, but one of the things that you can do is called Club Clinic, and there are about between 30 and 40 different 5 to 7 minute segments of different training things that you can go through. And so maybe as you're sitting down in the morning doing your devotions before you go to work, or having your cup of coffee, and you have an extra 5 to 7 minutes and you say, oh, I want to learn about this today, pull up that Club Clinic and continue on. One of the things that I would encourage you to do is to go over the Gospel Wheel training. It is in 2 segments, and that is the tool that we would like to use the most during Awana to share the gospel or present the plan of salvation to our clubbers. It is a very clear and concise way to do that, and that is the tool that's going to be on the back of your name tag. So it would be helpful if you would watch those little Club Clinic videos and get brushed up again on the Gospel Wheel, okay? I'm going to attempt to do weekly emails so that you guys know what's going on, and I will try to do better in communicating what's going on in club. Sometimes it is a crazy night and you might not know what's going on in cubbies if you're way back in the back with the 5th and 6th graders, and vice versa. You know, let's say a 3rd and 4th grader trusted Christ that night. We want to convey that to all of our leaders, and so I'm going to be more intentional this year about doing that. I would ask that as a volunteer you be in your classroom by 6:15, and a lot of times our parents are coming in right then too to bring their kids in. They are not allowed to drop their children off until there is at least 2 adults in the classroom, and so it would be helpful if at all possible you guys could be there by 6:15. Awana starts at 6:30, and that would be fabulous if you could do that. And the last thing is, I know that there are times where you may not be able to be here every week, and we would love for you to let us know that. If you know ahead of time, that's fine, and let us know, and then that way we could get a sub ahead of time. But I know sometimes things come up at the last minute. Kids come home from school sick, or you might be sick yourself. It is important to either let your director know, and you should have already been contacted by your director, so you would have her name or his name and phone number, or you call me, and I'm going to give you my cell phone number, 330 883-1173, and that's how you can reach me on Wednesdays. Please do not email me on a Wednesday or Facebook me, because when I leave my house, I don't always get a chance to check the computer. And then at 6:30, 6:45, you're still not here. I'm worrying about you, you know, and you thought you conveyed to me that you were not going to be here in an email message, and I didn't get it. So to call me would be the best. If by, you know, all means you've tried to call me or whatever, you can always call the church office and let Sue Miller know too that you're not going to be here, that you tried to get a hold of me and or your director, and then that way somebody knows that you're missing. Again, I just want to thank you for serving God through this ministry called Awana, and I pray that God will richly bless you for your willingness to serve Him and pour into our kids' lives here at Old North.